My name is Nathan, and I also have been possessed by the Windago. I have a desire to kill and eat my communications teacher.
What? Wendigo? Have one of you guys ever had the desire to eat a human?
What?
Have you ever felt maybe an out-of-person experience of doing something really greedy? If so, you might be possessed by Windago. What? Windago? Which you can see right there. So I was a former psychiatrist in the institution of Kansas, and I actually treated patients with something called Windago psychosis. And today we'll be exploring the existence of the Windago, which is the backstory of that phenomenon called Windago psychosis, and how he possesses someone. Also explain the out-of-person phenomenon that one may be a cannibal and affect the mentality of the individual. Yes, cannibalism is a part of this.
And it is especially important to note that not all cannibals happen to be possessed. So my name's Joaquin, I have a PhD in history from UT Austin. And I've been studying Wendigo for years. So chances are you may be possessed, you may not be. Everyone else, can you introduce yourselves?
I am Damien, and I have experienced these cannibalistic behaviors when it came to my mental disorder, and I came to these guys for help.
My name is Nathan, and I also have been possessed by the Windago. I have a desire to kill and eat my communications teacher.
Hi, my name is Katya, and a few nights ago I was kind of possessed.
Who is the Wendigo?
You might be wondering who or what is Wendigo, and Wendigo is a cannibalistic monster in the spiritual tradition of the Algonquian speaking tribes, and he is known to be 15 feet tall, and he looks very emaciated, which means really flaquito and skinny and ugly. And it can be found wandering or roaming around the woodlands and lakes of Canada and the northern states of the U.S.
The origins of the Wendigo. So basically the Wendigo is a malevolent spirit that can possess people, and it originated from it takes place in Greek mythology, and also in it haunts the woods of Canada, and that's basically been haunting there ever since, possessing people. And on top of that, Christians have wrote about it and how it's possessed them also.
Of course, and the first notable mention about the Wendigo was in 1636, when a Jesuit missionary named Paul Le Jeune, who lived among the Algonquian people, had experienced a terror that happened with these people. And he described such as a woman warning of an Achin who ate some of the tribe members. Achin being Wendigo. And you will also find, and if you were to search up Wendigo, you would also find him roaming around various areas in the United States. For instance, in Amarillo, Texas, back in 2022. One of the most notable and the most important events relating to Wendigo is the case of Swift Runner. So a little background with Swift Runner: he was a tree trapper, a hunter, and a former member of the Northwest Mounted Police. And he lived in Alberta, Canada. So that's of course where Wendigo would be around, right? So he was a respected figure in his community until the winter of 1878 and 79. Around that time, he took his family to a remote forest to hunt and trap animals, right? So only he returned. And of course, everyone was asking, Swift Runner, what happened with your family? He comes out crying. like we were all famished, like everyone was starving and they died of starvation. I'm still hungry, please feed me something. And of course the investigators looked at him like he just ate a full course meal. Nah, man, I'm not buying that. Like, take me to where you were right now. All right. So of course they go, and of course what you would find, that what they found was human bones scattered across the site, a pot of human fat.
Yeah, because he was the Wendigo, and then he ate them and killed them all. He ate the investigators, and only one survived.
I was gonna get to that, man.
Well, you were going too slow.
And of course evidence, then of course there was a lot of evidence that pointed to Swift Runner eating his whole family, and of course he comes clean, all right, fine. It was me. I ate my family, including my mother and my brother, and of course my youngest son.
And
But it's not my fault though. It was Windago who possessed me to do it. So of course.
And the Wendigo is a cautionary tale. It symbolizes like greed and our desire for hunger and murder and human flesh as a species.
Yeah. So of course, think about it. A respected figure in his community eating his whole family. That had to be Windago, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So what might be he experiencing? He might be experiencing the Windago psychosis, which one of the European missionaries known as I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he coined the term to this mental disorder of people being possessed and having these desires of being cannibalistic behaviors. And some of the symptoms that he discovered was that people were getting these hallucinations, these delusions that they're being possessed by the Wendigo, whether through their dreams or in their morning routine. And it's also could be caused due to our psychological vulnerabilities, such as our depression, our anxieties, our paranoia. And the Wendigo could just target us right there and then when we feel these emotional disorders. And it just makes us feel like, oh, I need to eat more, or I need more money, or I need to do better than everyone else, you know? And so the cure for the Wendigo psychosis, if you ever suffer with it, we have, behavioral therapy. In the modern times, I think everyone needs therapy. And we also have antipsychotics that could remove that psychotic Wendigo out of your mind and mental illness. So in the end, do not be greedy, or you'll be possessed by the Wendigo. My bad. Remember, the Wendigo is a cannibalistic beast who desires human flesh, and so he preys upon. It's like this evil spirit that preys upon the people that are very greedy. They're very selfish, and they're very into violence. And our vulnerabilities, such as our depression and anxieties, could be affecting us through this Wendigo. And so, if you ever find yourself wanting to eat your classmates, I suggest you get some help and get diagnosed with Wendigo psychosis. And that's our references. We're done.